Hello Leo, welcome to my channel and welcome to a January tarot horoscope. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best utilize the energy of the months of January. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And we will begin with a quick oracle message. This time is going to be the Sacred Traveler deck, so let's get started. To those who are new, by the way, welcome. And you can find a lot more information about my content and services in the description box. And you can always email me, reach out via social media, or book your initial coaching session. Or it's not really even a coaching session, it's a consultation, right? Whether you're looking for a reading, for coaching, anything else, we can discuss it there. And then it's a free call. And it's easy because you can book the time that is available to you. All right, with all that said, let's do it. These readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Leo. So if you're checking this for a sun sign, please check out videos for your other placements as well. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. I feel like there is definitely there's something magical about solitude, about the quiet space, the peaceful space where you can just be, where there are no plans, no expectations, and you can just linger. You don't have to be doing something all the time, right? Something that the society primes us for. And if anything, Leo likes to be in the public eye usually, to have an audience, to talk to or to perform for. So this could be quite a change of scenery where you're by yourself and there's no audience, right? So what does it do to you? How do you feel? What comes up to you, and what are you feeling? What does life, maybe love as well, look like right now, right? And I love this part about the peace. It's like a natural magnet for that peaceful energy. And hopefully, as you proceed on your personal development journey and you improve the quality of your life, you also improve the amount of peace that you're feeling in your energy, that you have as part of your permanent presence, not just on occasion when you have this solitude moment. All right, let's see what we have for you with tarot. For personal space and love life, you have 8 of Wands, Page of Cups, and the World. The World is Capricorn energy, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Then for your workspace, you have the Fool. Quite a few people got the Fool for the full moon energy that we experienced just yesterday. Just the day before I'm recording this, and we're still in that energy. So I'm actually not surprised, but it's also funny and a little ironic how, this beginning of the year, essentially, beginning of calendar year, gives us this initial part of the Fool's journey, number 0. Like this is where we begin with an open mind, with an open heart. Where can it take us? I'll talk more about this once I'm done with the spread. Just couldn't help but mention this, that it's part of a collective energy, if anything. Also, Fool is the Aquarius energy, which is opposite to Leo, which again kind of takes you outside of your comfort zone. We have the Tower. Wow, this is Aries energy. And the Moon, this is Pisces. Wow, major changes on the work front for sure. And then the advice, we have 4 of Swords, totally matches that solitude message. We have 5 of Cups, and we have 6 of Swords. Wow, yes, I love it. Love it. First of all, we have 4, 5, 6 progression, which is always nice to have as you are increasing, right? Like you're expanding the energy, or you're getting the vibration into a higher space. But also with that peace-finding journey, that's very meaningful. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, sometimes the journey doesn't have to be about big or the phase of the journey doesn't have to be about big goals. It can be about understanding what makes you tick, or Where do you have a heartache of some sort that maybe is keeping you behind? Where do you have that little voice in your head that keeps criticizing you and what you put out there, and that's preventing you from going further in whatever it is that you're pursuing now? So for a personal space, you have the Eight of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the World card. So as you can see in the reflection, I have a fun rainbow light in front of me. I'm using it to light me up, but yeah, that's what it's doing to the card. So still finding the groove with this setup. Yeah, so the World is like the ending and the beginning. So it's like you've closed some kind of a cycle. Maybe it was last year, maybe it was just last season, maybe it was in the last week or something, right? Maybe it was a journey, right? Maybe you traveled for the holidays, and that was like a mini cycle of its own. And now that cycle is closed, and it's like, what have you learned from it? What was that experience like, right? Like, have that communication, whether it's just within yourself to say it out loud and to understand how was it for you, or maybe there is a conversation you're supposed to have with someone else, especially with this Page of Cups in particular, because there are three people here. There's definitely that kind of party vibe, or friendship vibe at least, right? They're having fun, spending time together. It's kind of a borderline, sort of like somewhere on the border between friendship and maybe something romantic. But nonetheless, it's like these are people in your closest space that you surround yourself with, that you spend a lot of time with. What is it that you've learned about your communication with them, your relationship with them? Are you on the same page? Are you aligned in terms of how authentic you are with each other? How much you're on the same page with how you see this partnership, this give and take with them? Could be one person, could be more than one, up to you, but there's some kind of truth that's coming around or coming out, and it could be the result of that past cycle that showed you what really matters to you, and what, on the other hand, is something that you cannot put up with. For your career space, 3 major arcanas, this is huge change, and it's been brought onto you. So it's one of those things that you're being presented with opportunities. They are going to be could feel pretty dramatic, to be honest, could feel very emotional. Old structures breaking, new opportunities coming in, but it's going to take you a minute to get your head around it and not want to retreat and go into like a fight or flight mode, right? This is a fight mode, this is a flight mode. Give yourself a moment. I mean, that solitude message we talked about at the beginning would be great. As these things are unfolding, as they're happening, one event, another one, take a break, take a breath, and take a break. At least for a couple of days. Doesn't have to be a long one, not like a sabbatical or something, not like a cruise around the world, but at least take that 2-3 days just for yourself, without any plans, to be present in that solitude space and to understand what do you really want. And by all means, feel free not to necessarily answer the question, do I want this? Those things that are coming onto you, right? Quick and right in your face. Start with mapping from like a clean slate. Sheet of paper, whiteboard, something where you can just start from scratch. Of course, you can look up online different tools and ways to visualize that, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can use a template, a structure that people have used successfully, that are best practices. But by all means, get that clarity for yourself. What is it that you want to build? This is a perfect timing for it. When your old life is going away and you're expected to build something new, you're expected to face your fears and understand. This full moon that we just had, that I was just talking about, that happened yesterday, it's the first super moon of this calendar year, and it's been so powerful, and especially because it's full moon in Cancer, It really pushed us towards facing our emotions and what we've been avoiding for a while, where we felt like, that's okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, it kind of bothers me, or I'm kind of annoyed by this, but it's okay, I can live with that. This is its time when the message is basically, but why do I have to put up with it? Why do I have to pretend like it's okay if I might as well not have to deal with this on the regular basis, right? And then the advice, we have 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 6 of Swords. So it starts with taking rest. And again, I've spoken about it already. Take time for yourself where you don't have, and it's not like I'm gonna go on a minute break with a friend or a partner and we're gonna be on a road trip, or we're gonna go and do all kinds of water sports or something, right? Like that could still feel like a lot, like feel like an agenda, feel like you're filling up your days, right? And some people just can't help it. So that's the challenge, but that's also the beauty of this task, where you're not planning anything, right? That also might mean canceling some plans that you've already made, because you need this space, you need that breather, you need to sleep in, you need to do your journaling, your visualization task, maybe to do some art, right? To go in nature and spend time there. Whatever floats your boat, whatever feels the right thing to do right now, something that will get you into that space of peace, right? And that's what we have with 6 of Swords here. That's the goal. Again, the goal right now is not to conquer the world or save the world or help the world. You're doing this is like you are the target audience in this case. Just like, how can you support yourself? That's the theme of this full moon that we just had. And that also means that you may have to face that you're still mourning something that you've lost. Maybe that Tower card that we just saw, something that got away, that was broken, was taken away from you, that is no longer with you, someone or something, right? And maybe you understand consciously, logically, that was the right thing to do. You've said the words, you've let it go, but there's still something there. And it's important to give yourself a chance to mourn the loss, to sit in that energy. It's a very important part of finding peace on the other side, by the way. Last but not least, let's get a message for Leo from their person of interest. So we have 9 of Wands, and it's clarified by death. Wow. And 9 of Swords. I mean, what can I say? I'm hearing that for some people it can actually be death, something that your person has been through, what has been on their mind, somebody's death, let's put it that way, right? Because it's a collective reading, so I can't dive into all the scenarios. Or it can be another sort of like closure, ending, that something that is no longer present in their life, but they're still not sure whether it was the right thing to do to close it, to put an end to it. It could be a past relationship, romantic friendship, business relationship. It could, of course, be a job. Maybe they were let go of a job, maybe they were laid off a job, and they're trying to find peace with it and like understand that it was necessary, right? It happened for a reason, but there's still this anxiety, there's still this coulda, woulda, shoulda. Maybe I could have been different here and there, or I could have taken a different approach, right? I could have had a different mindset and wouldn't need to suffer this loss now. Or like, let's say in my example, I wouldn't have to spend so much time and have so much anxiety around finding a new job and what is going to be and whether I can find it quick enough, etc., etc. So there's definitely energy of fear here, but I like 9 of Wands in this particular deck because it also has this, so these are all wands, but he planted one of them, or at least used the wand to support this plant, like it's ivy, I think, something like that. So it's like your fear can actually help you build new structure, right? It's not necessarily all bad and you shouldn't dismiss it, but it's important not to linger in the fearful energy too long. So see how you can find that your person essentially could use your help and support in this. and they're trying to find it by themselves, but there is some struggle here. So just like this wand is supporting the ivy that this character is planting, your person needs you to be that support for them as much as possible, or at least to know that you have their back, that you support whatever decision they're making in their life, you know, have that clarity and have that peace on their side. More than anything, we, especially in very close relationships, we often mirror each other's energy, right? So if you are searching for peace on your side, there's a very good chance that there is a space where your person is looking for it too. But it's not exactly in the same area or on the same level, which means that you can actually come together and support each other, even if it seems like the theme is the same, but it's not. And you know, when you have support from a loved one, it's so much easier to get through the tough times, or to get your head around the big change in life, or whatever it is that is coming your way that feels very much out of your comfort zone. Okay, I hope this was good, Leo. I'm gonna finish here. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,